Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, whole again, home again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. It's almost Shabbos, and it's almost 5,784. Tonight, we welcome a new year. Tonight, we welcome Rosh Hashanah. Tonight, we welcome Shabbat. Tonight at 7:30, we join with you in community on Zoom for those that are not close. And also, we join together in person. We're excited to bring in the new year with all of you. And so this morning, Rabbi Jen usually does Friday once more, but she is on her way to do a mitzvah, to do someone's funeral in New Jersey on the day of Rosh Hashanah, Erev Rosh Hashanah, when there's 1,000 things still to do. She went to do that in New Jersey, and hopefully she'll get back soon, and hopefully there won't be too much traffic, and hopefully, we always hope. There's a lot of, we say halavai, we wish, and halavai, we wish that she'll be home and back early, so that she'll have a little bit of downtime before we begin tonight. Today is also Rabbi Jen's birthday, and so we wish her Yom Holedet Sameach, and we wish her a beautiful day and a great year ahead. So we started with Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, Zichrono Livracha, his melody of Return Again, a song that he created, a chant that he created, words that he created, that we can always return. We can always begin again. And who are we returning to? Are we returning? What are we returning to? Well, the song says, return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. To be whole and home. That's what returning is. It's to return to the land of your soul. Now, perhaps it also means to return to God, For we are created, B'Tselem Elohim. We're created in God's image. So that means also, perhaps, if you're strayed away, it's an opportunity for all of us to return to God. So all of you have been studying with Rabbi Jen for all the days of Elul, and you've done all kinds of learning, and you've done all kinds of cheshbon hanefesh, all kinds of accounting of your soul. Some of the topics that Rabbi Jen taught about were deciding and seeking and preparing and choosing and committing and wanting and understanding and hearing and seeing and forgiving and trust and counting and remembering and learning and planning and praying and awakening and asking and speaking and filling and love and beginning and hope and change and creating and blessing and giving and back to return again. So I'm wondering, there's many questions that occur to me during this period of Elul, preparing so that when we get into Rosh Hashanah, that we don't come in without preparation. And some of the things that I wonder is, what perhaps are we most proud of this year? What are we grateful for? What at this moment is our strengths? What at this moment is our weaknesses? Perhaps what are we afraid of? What do we need more of? And what do we need less of? How are we feeling right now on this day? The last day of 5,783. What might be a goal going into 5,784? What's something that we perhaps are passionate about that we want to carry with us? What inspires us? What are we thankful for? What drains us? Drains all our energy that we can leave in 5,783 that we don't bring into the new year. How are we feeling right now, at this very moment? What are we grateful for? Breathing all of that in, I want to share with you a Hasidic story. It's called The Balanced Ledger. A Hasidic Rebbe once said to his students to observe a local innkeeper as part of their preparation work for Rosh Hashanah. The students, of course, listened to the Rebbe. They checked into the inn, but the first they observed nothing remarkable. Everything seemed okay. They didn't notice anything different. So they went to sleep. And when they went to sleep, they were awakened at midnight by someone praying really loudly. They tiptoed out of their rooms to find the innkeeper fervently reciting the Psalms. When he finished, he opened up a cabinet and removed 2 big ledgers. From one ledger, he proceeded to read all of his sins of the past year that he had recorded. He confessed that he was insensitive to his wife, that he didn't fulfill all of his obligations to his community, that he wasn't always so nice, that he didn't study enough. Sometimes he missed going to shul, sometimes he forgot to pray. All the things, all what he interpreted as a sin. Then he opened the second ledger, saying to God, these are my failings. Now here's what you didn't do. I asked for a better living wage this year, and you didn't give it to me. My wife is still ill. My children need shoes, etc., etc. In the end, he concluded, look, I didn't live up to my obligations, and you didn't live up to yours. So, God, let's call it even. I'll close my book, you'll close your book, and we'll start a new year again with a clean slate. Well, we all know that we get a clean slate every year. We learn from the story that the relationship between us and God is indeed a partnership. When God created human beings, God created in God's image, B'Tselem Elohim. God invested something divine in us, in each and every one of us. There's a partnership between us and God to make this world better. It's kind of like we're in business with God. Perhaps God is the investor, and we're the one that stands behind the counter if we think of a business. Partners are, of course, accountable to each other. In the month of Elul, we take out our ledgers, we do Cheshbon HaNefesh, we check to make sure our accounts are in order, that our life is in order, that we have thought enough and prepared enough. Rosh Hashanah is an audit day. God checks the books to see how we took care of God's investment in us. In so doing so, God doesn't look for perfection. God didn't create imperfect beings to say, why weren't you perfect? God asks only one thing. Why aren't you as much as you could have been, and why do you come here today? It's a tough question, and tonight perhaps each individual, hopefully, will know how to answer it. And so if we identify what we weren't happy with, perhaps we look at the ledger. Perhaps it's not only what God didn't do for us, but maybe we look and see what God did do for us. And maybe we look at what we didn't do and what we did do. And perhaps there's some sort of balance there. And if the balance isn't quite equal, then perhaps we start the partnership over. Perhaps we begin again. We return again. We return to God. We return to the commitment to be a better us. God doesn't want you to be like anyone else. God has created you uniquely. Right? Each person is a unique being. We each have a soul print. Just like we each have our own fingerprints, we also have a soul print. God created each and every one of us uniquely, perfectly imperfect. That's the most important thing to remember. that we have been created, B'Tselem Elohim, we've been created, we have a God spark. But we have been created perfectly imperfect, just the way we need to be. So let's all return again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, whole again, home again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Thank you for joining me this morning for Friday Once More. Wishing you a good Shabbos and Shana Tova Umetuka, a sweet and wonderful and beautiful and blessing-filled year ahead. A reminder, we begin tonight Erev Rosh Hashanah services at 7:30 in person and on Zoom. And if you need the Zoom connection, if you can't make it in person, or you haven't signed up to be in person, please reach out to us. Please reach out to us at least before 4 o'clock so that we have a chance to get all the paperwork all done so that we'll be able to greet you and welcome you to 5784. We are one human family. We are Judaism fueled by love. We love you. We'll see you tonight at 7:30. Yai dai da dai, yai dai ya dai, yai dai da ya dai 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 dai, yai dai, yai dai ya dai, yai dai ya dai, yai dai da ya dai 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 dai, yai dai, yai dai ya dai, yai